The following film has been rated R restricted by the motion picture industry's rating system. Showtime recommends that children under 17 view this picture only in the company of an adult.
Okay. I'm here for my friend Mancave. Oh, it's Michael, just spelled funny. Look, I was Todd and T2, top that. Okay? Trevor and Candyman, come on, man. How about Gregory in The Walking Dead? He was a douchebag. But, hey, look, they were all douchebags. That's what I do. I do douche. Okay? And I'm here from my childhood chum, Michael's son, Mikhail? Mikhail? Come on. Spell the name fucking right. It's Michael.
Everybody, and welcome to episode number 6 of the Horrorholics. This episode, you have yours truly, Slasher Junkie, as well as Larry from the Family Unboxing channel, Darren from Horror and Me, as well as Eric from Horror Mancave. And we're going to bring you some good pre-4th of July celebrations. So, first of all, I want to thank our sponsors for this show. Of course, always Vintage Authentics, as well as DWN Productions, as Billy Pond, who Circus of the Dead with a nice giveaway. So, yeah, you guys ready to party? Ready for a great show?
I am, yes.
Started
This
all
is awesome.
with a nice beer chug, like always.
Hold on. Got the 24-pounder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Cheers, boys.
Zdravie. Zdravie. Woo!
Woo!
She done been it.
Oh, yeah. All right. Gonna be another awesome show. Like I said,
Stop
guys,
being
we have,
a little
two
bitch.
DVDs this show, a DVD. I think it's a fit. What's the movie? Fisted.
So tonight we're gonna give away DWN. They also make masks and stuff like that. Earlier in the week, I did a video unboxing of something I got from him. He was kind enough to throw in a DVD of his film production, Fisted, which is really cool. I know Eric has some things to say about that. But it's a really good one, and it's I don't know. I guess it's not widely distributed, right? So it's a good one to check out.
It's usually just him selling it at cons and stuff. They're pretty controversial, crazy movies.
Yeah. So you guys know us, and we like that shit. So we hope one of you guys will be able to win that tonight. And then there's another one, right?
Yeah. Larry's buddy Billy Pond hooked us up with another giveaway. You wanna give some deets on that one, Larry?
Yes, of course, Billy Pond who made the
world famous, soon to be Circus of the Dead actually just got picked up and will be coming to a store near you soon. But you have a chance to get, before it goes to stores, the original indie movie Circus of the Dead with a slipcover autographed by 6 people, including Billy Pond and a bunch of the stars of the movie. So that's going to be badass too.
Better
tonight.
get on it, because later on you're not going to be able to get that.
That's right.
No.
Hell yeah. All right, so I want to thank all the people. I can't see how many we have in the chat right now, but
It looks like 28.
Yeah.
all right. So all 28 people that have come to check us out, thank you very much for that. And we will get started with one more nice beer chug.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And then I think we're going to go kind of round robin here with kind of some stuff that we've either watched or picked up here lately. And Larry, why don't you start us off?
All right, appreciate that. So, thank y'all for finally having me back. I've been gone for 6 fucking long weeks. When we do this show, we literally draw names.
Has it really been that long?
Yes. So 6 weeks. I haven't been on since episode 3.
Yeah.
So I missed 4, 2 weeks, 2 weeks to 5, now 2 weeks to 6. 6 weeks. And god damn it, I'm happy to be back. So, hey, and we still don't know who's going to be on the next episode because we haven't drawn yet. So that'll be a surprise.
When we're all hungover.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, as always, we start this off usually with what we watched or what we picked up in the past week or two. I'm going to start off with a movie that I actually got as a birthday present from my boy Paul.
Oh,
Wrestle
Hell
fucking
yeah.
Massacre. So, good independent movie put out by Wild Eye. Wild Eye's, hit and miss, like, most independent, pretty much movie production companies. And Paul got this movie, said he thought good of it, and fucking goddamn bought me a copy. It's got fucking a bunch of fucking former professional wrestlers, Nikolai Volkov, Tony Atlas, Jimmy Valiant, fucking Rene Dupree. And, of course, I love wrestling, and I love horror, of course. And so when I saw this, I'm still thinking, like, ooh, like, how can it be? Well, I'll tell you, in my own opinion, this fucking movie's awesome.
Hell yeah.
For being, like, low budget. Well, I guess they had some budget to pay some wrestlers to do cameos, at least. But this movie's a good fucking movie. And pretty much this dude right here, he's working pretty much at a landscaping company, and he's been picked on most of his life. His dad, who's actually Nikolai Volkov, which makes no sense, because this dude is supposed to play a Puerto Rican.
A Cuban, yeah.
A Cuban, and Nikolai Volkov is like, Russian. But hey, each their own. It's a movie. But so his dad was a former professional wrestler, so he thought about trying on, change his life to become a wrestler. Ends up fucking a bunch of shit happening to him. He goes crazy and just starts killing everybody. But originally, he actually starts killing them because he was trying to do good by killing the bad people, and then just starts killing fucking everybody. But I fucking got him. Actually love this movie. And before even, I know Paul might say something about it real fast, but I would actually give this, for being the kind of movie it is, low budget, independent, I would give this movie like a good 7.5 easily.
Damn.
Yeah, that's exactly, I think, what I scored. That's around a 7 to 7.5. Richie Acevedo, the main character in it, does a great job. I mean, what they did with practical effects it's fucking amazing. Like, some of the kills, fucking people getting he's ripping people's arms off and beating the shit out of them with it. Puts one dude in a camel clutch and fucking rips his head off. I mean, it's just so many badass fucking parts like that where it's just, totally over the top, but it's great fun.
And if you like wrestling, fucking literally the whole movie, all the kills and everything is done just like a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Like the moves he does. I mean, it's just straight wrestling. And so it makes it, you can tell the director, who the hell is the director even? Let me look.
Brad
It's
Twig.
the dude of Fuzzy Monkey Films.
Yeah, Brad Twig.
All right. Oh, yeah, they're very bomb. Yeah. you can tell he's a wrestling fan in real life because to be able to fucking produce or direct a movie with nothing but actual real life fucking wrestling moves is pretty cool. And they brought out chairs and tables, ladders, and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It was like backyard wrestling meets horror movies or something.
Yeah, there was definitely some good like backyard wrestling type moments where he's just looking the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, there's one point where he literally there's two guys are fighting in the backyard, and all of a sudden for no reason he just picks up a fucking ladder, stands it up, and starts crawling to the top of it.
It makes no sense.
The other guy's like, okay, I'm gonna crawl to the top of the other side,
Yeah,
and then he starts fighting on top of the ladder like wrestling.
Yeah,
and
why he stood up the ladder just makes no sense. Like you're wondering, like what is he doing? Like
the first couple of people that he killed, you see he's like ripping parts of them off. Well, then at the end he ends up he rips skins, different parts of people's faces or arms off of all of them, and makes his own fucking wrestling belt, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre belt, fucking all stitched out with fucking goddamn people's body parts.
Yeah, it's badass.
It's badass.
It's a well done movie for the budget. Yeah.
For everybody watching right now, actually, there is a 4th of July sale for Fuzzy Monkey Films right now. All their movies are $9.99 on DVD on their website.
Yeah, that's worth $9.99. Trust me.
Oh, absolutely.
Pick that up.
Worth $10.
But hey, everybody in here, don't forget, go hit that like button. As soon as we get to 20 likes, we'll do another fucking full chug.
Full beer chug.
It's every 10 now.
Every 10?
Yeah,
well, we should have 10.
Yeah, we got one, so let's do it again.
Okay, fuck it.
Yeah.
Trying to get us laced.
That's Zdravi, everybody.
Zdravi.
Thank you all.
Ooh. So what else?
You got some good, Sir Larry?
So next, I got a movie that this past week I went to Movie Trading Company and just scrolled around through their movies for fucking hours because that's how long it takes to go through everything. And I went and picked up a bunch of movies. This was the one that people had told me about. You have to watch it. Steven, who's not on tonight, told me that's your first movie you watch before everything else. So I watched it. That was King of the Ants.
Hell yeah.
Watched this movie. Totally crazy because it's not what I thought just by looking at the cover. First off, I thought it'd be about ants. Literally, the fucking movie, there was one part where he pretty much called this one guy an ant. And so, but it's a badass movie. Fucking made by Stuart Gordon, which totally blew my mind because this does not seem anything like a Stuart Gordon movie to me.
It's honestly probably his best made film. Like, yeah.
And so,
it's good.
I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at him like, because I'm watching it. I'm like, all right, I know Stuart Gordon, you know, mainly like H.P. Lovecraft type movies. Yeah. And then you have King of the Ants, which is, I mean, there's some weird scenes in it, but those are like dream sequence scenes. But it's pretty much, there's a guy that has money. He wants somebody dead. His buddy fucking finds some lowlife on the street that needs money, brings him in, and this guy will pretty much do anything because he needs some money. He talks him into killing the guy for money, but then he doesn't want to pay the guy for money. He don't want to pay the guy the money after he kills him. Kills the guy to leave town. The guy's like, fuck you. I want my fucking money. Even though it's only $13,000 he killed somebody for. But people
do that.
But the killer also had fallen in love with the guy he killed's wife. So he like had an obsession with her while he also didn't want to leave because he wanted to get with fucking the wife. So he ends up, they beat the shit out of him because he won't leave town. He escapes, whatever. Ends up actually getting with the wife and fucking got him, even fucks her and everything. Yeah, until she finds out that he's the guy that killed her husband. From what I can tell in the movie, he accidentally kills her. They really don't say. But he hits her head on the wall, and she kind of just like goes to the ground. You don't know if she passed out or what. She's not in the movie. And then he goes back and gets revenge on all the motherfuckers that fucking kind of made him do it to begin with, that made him this psycho killer.
Yeah, it's more of a revenge flick, I think.
Yeah.
But
so, if I'm remembering correctly, was this not the movie where he's like trapped in a room in a chair and they're like,
yeah, that's it.
Stuff? But then I remember like a barn sequence. So I don't remember if it was him or a bad guy or another guy. And this guy looked like a giant larva or something.
Yeah, that's the dream. The dream.
He has dream. Because you know
they
he
keep
keeps
beating
balls.
They keep beating the shit out of him, and
They're
like he's
hitting him in the
pretty much
fucking
going through concussions and whatnot. Like his head's getting all kinds of fucked up, so he's having these crazy ass fucking dreams and visions.
He comes like they probably metaphor it as he comes back as the ant to kill them or something.
Yeah, he comes back as the king of the fucking
king of the ant
tribe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's got George Wendt. It's got fucking guy, Daniel Baldwin, who's the fucking main piece of shit. It's actually a really good movie. I understand why everybody kept telling me to watch it, but it's not something I would watch a second time. But I'm definitely happy that I watched it once. I mean, I'd give that fucking movie a fucking probably a good 8 out of 10. It's just it's not something that I would watch again, but it's a fucking damn good movie. So for my last thing, I had other movies I watched. Okay, right fast. I'm gonna tell you, I had never seen Basket Case 2 or 3. So I was off yesterday, so I watched Basket Case 2 and 3 back to back, which totally blew my mind because they're totally have nothing to do with the first one, really. They go just straight up crazy fucking goddamn random fucking monsters. Like, I wish they'd done a little. I mean, the movies are good. I like the movies, but they just really went crazy. Like the parasitic twin brother. Yeah, the twin brother's fine. But then you have these monsters that like make no fucking sense. I mean,
it's awesome, dude. Number 3 is amazing.
But I wish in part 3 they would have brought back.
Would you shut the fuck up?
I wish they'd have brought back the monsters from part 2, because half the monsters in part 2 weren't in part 3, like the fucking the frog. But then in part 3 they have like a fucking mackerel chick, a fish woman.
Oh, and then you got the Techna fucking Belial.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you realize in part 3 they were showing like they kept showing the flashback scenes from part 1, and like how he's this little bitty guy, and then all of a sudden in part 3 he's 10 times the size. His arms aren't even in the same fucking spot. But hey, good movies. It's just the fucking time that everything doesn't make sense in the sequence of the movie. But
remember,
they're fun cheese.
Part 3. It's so awesome when I don't know if it's the brother or the dad of them, but they're at that like the freak house or whatever, and Belial's old lady's having the babies, and he's like, another one. They just keep coming out, but he's like this giant larva-looking thing himself, dude, and it's awesome.
Dude, I love in part 2 the Belial fuck scene. When he's
It's also in 3.
Yeah. The 2 is the better, where he's the sound effects and everything, and then just oh man, it's fucking great.
And if honestly, Belial gets lucky in every movie because
he's fucking killing it.
Dwayne's girlfriend in the first one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He gets more ass than Dwayne does, that's for sure.
He gets more ass than freaking Steven does.
That's definitely true.
So, were y'all surprised in part 2 at the end when all of a sudden that chick just has that random fucking baby monster just coming in and out?
I think I kind of saw it coming when I first watched it. Like, I was like, there's something wrong with her. Like, you could just tell by the way she was acting, but I didn't expect a fucking armature coming out of her. But.
Yeah, that thing looks vicious, dude. Crazy.
Dwayne still pisses me off though, how he just keeps fucking going psycho and just killing people for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you would have think all the monsters would have just came in there and just tore his ass apart.
Yeah. What about the monster from 3 that's got like the teeth going like this all crazy?
Yeah, giant teeth.
Cool.
Well, that one was actually in part 2 also, so that one was one that carried over.
Yeah.
So, all right. Last thing I got, not a movie. This is something I've been looking for a while. There's multiple versions. This is a fucking remake, but still from fucking 1983. Just so happens, I've had this on my watch list on eBay and Mercari. Sorry, for fucking years. And just so but it's always they always come up, but they're always expensive as shit, like over $100. I don't want to pay over $100 for it. So the other day, we're literally like 3 days ago, we're talking to Eric and he's showing us one. And literally, right when he finishes showing us, I get a notification saying, "Hey, one's been posted," and it was fucking dirt fucking cheap. And so I jumped on it. Perfect fucking coincidence. And so I got my little fucking jolly chimp in.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck yeah, dude.
So I don't know if it works because it takes D batteries, and I don't have no D batteries. But it's in fucking like immaculate condition. This ain't the original one from like the 60s or whatever. This is from 1983, but still, I was
So-
happy.
That one that you have stars in, I can't remember if it's a Twilight Zone episode or a Tales from the Dark Side, but it's on one of those. And this little girl brings it home, and the grandpa's like, "How did that get here?" And then it starts killing people and stuff. And not to mention that it's on 2 movie covers, the big box of The Attic VHS release, and then you've also got, what's the other one?
Monkey Shines.
Oh yeah, Monkey Shines. Hey, but I was gonna tell you, when my daughter saw it, my daughter walked out and she's like, "That's from Toy Story 4." And I was like, "Wow, really?" So apparently
well,
it's in Toy
different in
Story
the movies
4.
that I watch.
How much was dirt cheap, if I could ask?
$40 shipped.
That's not bad at all.
And no, hold on. It also came with an immaculate fucking box.
Oh wow.
That's
dope.
awesome.
I mean, it's a knockoff. I mean, it's a remake, but still, it's from 1983.
That's a $200 piece, dude.
No.
I'll see if,
They normally sell for about 100 to 120.
Not with a
I'll
box
see
in
if
a
I
year
can
or
look
two.
up.
Yeah, not with a box.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'll see if I can look up that short story that it's in and send it to you because it was fucking awesome.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
But that's what I got from my show and tell this week, or this episode. So, Mr. Horror Man Cave, what do you got?
Oh fuck! First of all, let's take a little swig of beer here. Cheers, everybody.
That's what I'm talking about.
Love you
Yes.
guys. The numbers keep growing on our viewers, subscribers. The Facebook's doing out phenomenal. Love y'all, dude.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. I'm actually only filling in tonight for Steven. Steven wanted to be here tonight, but he got pulled extra long at work. So he should have been here with you guys. So I'm just filling in. But we love you guys every time. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, so thank you for Darren for filling in, because literally Darren was a last minute replacement.
Yeah.
He probably like to have off today, but this is his third straight show.
Darren.
Whoa, hold on. I don't hear anyone complaining about a straight being on for 3, 4.
Yes, Gregory, our savior, has been on every episode and will be on every episode. And we love
Yeah,
Until I hang
that's
myself.
why we pay him
But
the
yeah.
big bucks.
him. Shut up.
We pay Grog the big money to be on here.
Yeah. He gets the big bucks.
We have we send strippers over to his house, male strippers, to suck his dick.
And play with his hair at the same time.
They're like, "Give me that tombstone dick." Oh,
They
Darren,
leave
you were a
unimpressed.
God damn it, Darren! You were a last resort, but thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Do you
First
see
up
how
on
do you
my
see in
list,
this
I got-
relationship, you guys?
Shut the fuck up. Let me talk about my what watch. First up on the list, I got a movie that Paul also bought me for my not birthday. Deadly Prey. So this is like a rare boot of it, and there's like only 8 made from the Cinema Dungeon. I had never seen this because I didn't want to spend $80 to $100 for the original VHS, and everybody always says it's fun, cool. I thought it's just like a Rambo action ripoff or whatever. But dude, I watched this. The score is awesome. The 80s hairstyles and everything. The clothing the attire is awesome. But the premise of the movie is it starts off and you've got this dude running through the field and he's trying to get away from these army soldiers. And you're like, what the fuck? And so he's like, he like knocks one out and he's running away. And then they finally stop him and he's like, "Please don't kill me. Don't shoot. Don't shoot." Boom. They shoot him. And then you find out in the next sequence, those soldiers are talking to their colonel or general, and he's telling them to go back out to the streets and find another badass so they could release in these fields and go hunt down for practice. So this movie is just crazy. They find this badass dude, and little do they know that he is trained by the main guy that runs this operation. So he is giving it back to him left and right, killing them off one by one. Does he live? I won't tell you. You need to check it out. But it's so funny because it segues into the next movie I watched, which is The Hunt, which is pretty much a nowadays Deadly Prey. So they capture.
Oh, okay. I see how you tied that in. Okay.
So they capture all these people, and they're supposed to be badass, smart people, and one of them's their snowflake. They got all these little names for them and stuff. So it's these rich people that are hunting off what they think are shithead people rebelling against what they believe in. And it starts off, and super serious vibes. And then this girl falls in a pit, and a stake goes right through her chest. And this guy's like, "Oh fuck, grab my hand, let me help you." He pulls her out, and then they make it to the edge, and something blows her up and half, like cuts her in half and blows her up through the air. She gets back on the stakes, and somebody else goes up there and tries to save her, tries to help her, and she's like, "Fucking kill me." So at that point, it's already a little tongue-in-cheek, they throw some goofy vibes in there. There is some very serious, cool, gnarly kills in this, but the fact that they threw some fun into it, or funniness to it, was a little comedy aspect was awesome. It turned out awesome too. You see this main girl on the cover here. Her name is Hilary Swank.
Ugh.
No. Betty Gilpin. Hilary Swank's like the big time chick. This is Betty Gilpin, and what you see on the front here, they call her Snowflake. She's like this super redneck chick, and she is just finding all these ways to live and get through these traps, and she's outsmarting these people, and you start rooting for her. I mean, she's not a bad person, so you're rooting for her to live, and it just ends in a pretty epic scene. So I'll say that about that. Last movie I have up. Oh, by the way, I give this an easy 7.8 on 7.8, almost solid 8.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've been wanting to.
Paul, had you seen it?
No, I actually just ordered it, so I should actually have it sometime this
Larry,
week.
had you seen it?
I thought it was more of a comedy than
Thank you, Marco Torres, for subscribing.
just from the trailer.
What's up, Marco? Okay, so the third one I've got on the list here, Brittany randomly put it in the other night. It's called The Jungle.
Oh God.
It's kind of, I remember trying to watch this back in the day. It was kind of hard to get through, but I rewatched it again the other night when I couldn't sleep, and it's not exactly terrible. I would say it's just doing its thing as found footage. Think about Blair Witch meets, instead of a witch in the woods, they are trying to go after a leopard. Little do they know it's not a leopard, it's a fucking monster out in this jungle. And you don't see anything till the very end. But I thought it was okay, but I'm not going to say it's great. Overall, like a 4.5. And
Wow.
That's all I got for What Watch. And now I'll pass it off to, who is it next, Darren?
Yep. So I'll just say, first of all, on the movies you watch, Deadly Prey, amazing. It's like a Rambo ripoff, but more brutal.
See, I don't see the Rambo.
Well, I mean the Rambo. I said the main star is almost like a Rambo type-esque character.
Yeah, his style.
His style, and then it's super brutal though. And it also adds some comedic, over the top, explosion, gun shooting scenes. Yeah. So it's a good mixture, I think, of action and just brutal horror.
That's
and then
like an action thriller horror. And I'm gonna say if you count The Hunt as a horror movie, then Deadly Prey is also has slight horror aspects.
And then the Jungle, I was not a fan of at all.
I saw you shaking your head.
Yeah, I wasn't. I just couldn't really get into it. It was too slow for me, and I'm not a big fan of found footage to begin with.
I'm not either, but I try to give them all a chance these days.
Hey guys, we got 20 likes. That means we need to do another chug, but the F.U.C is AFK, so we have to wait until he gets back. So if we get another 10, that means we're going to do double when he. Oh, there you go.
Chug time.
All right, chug time.
Sorry. I had to. Bree just came home. She's outside on the fucking smart TV, and she couldn't get this pulled up to the TV, so I had to go do it for her.
Oh, Mama's watching.
Yeah.
Mama. Hi, Bree.
What up, Bree?
What up, Bree dog?
Chug boys.
All right, Chuggies. All right, it's my time to interject. God damn it!
Yeah.
I'm telling you what I watched.
What you been watching? Minus gay porn.
So these pussies always want to watch this fucking funky ass shit.
Oh.
But there's times in this world when you have to just got to go back to the 90s. That's what I've been doing all week, or at least yesterday. So I'm going to tell you the movies I watched yesterday. A lot of you guys are going to be like, "What the fuck?" But so I first started with Mimic. Fucking love Mimic. I love Mimic. I love Mimic. I love Species, and I love Relic. Those movies are fucking amazing. Guillermo did, yes. Up next, which is shitty as fuck, but I still want to watch it anyways, the 2000 House on Haunted Hill.
I like that one.
I do too.
You've been smearing turds all over your eyes?
No, I'm watching 90s
I like
movies.
that movie. That's a good movie.
This movie's fucking awesome, dude.
I'd rather watch the original.
Yep, I know. Well, yeah. And then, from my buddy Larry, Tales from the Hood.
No, that's a
great. That's a great.
I can get
fucking
down.
love this movie. I was geeking out about it last night. It's been a while. We were gonna possibly review it in the last episode, but I had to keep watching it.
Tell us about that one. Tell us about that one, sir.
Yeah.
That movie literally, that was the closest poll we ever have had on the history of our group. Tales from the Hood literally barely fucking lost to Creepshow 2 by last day or two big run. Hey, I'll tell you a little bit about it.
Darren, talking about Tales from the Hood, what's your favorite segment?
The second one.
Hey, so DWN put out a fucking goddamn Tales from the Hood doll, which I happen to have right here.
I have one too.
Yeah, that's from
Yes.
the third.
This motherfucker is badass. Since DWN is one of our sponsors for the show, I just want to make sure you see this. This thing is badass.
You could go purchase one of those yourself. But unfortunately, you cannot purchase the better variant.
Oh.
You got the OG.
Hey.
You got the OG.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you got the OG. You got the good one. I got the fucking Ken doll with the head. But
that is probably my favorite segment as well. I mean, Corbin Burnson kills it in that segment. Like just the overall story. Yeah, it's probably.
Why you didn't like Wings Hauser in the first one?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like all the stories. I like all the stories, but that one is by far. The monster one is pretty good as well. But yeah, that one, the Corbin Burnson mansion one is probably my favorite too.
Corbin Burnson is the man too. Don't forget he made a fucking goddamn post for us.
Yeah, where he talks about getting his ass whooped by inanimate little dolls, as he calls it.
Hey, Corbin Burnson's a badass. Talking about Corbin Burnson, I'm a baseball guy, Major League. He's a badass. Well, he actually got his ass whooped in the movie, but at the end by Charlie Sheen.
Darn.
But yeah, no. Tales from the Hood, I wish they would not have made a Tales from the Hood 2, or if they'd have done it, they would have done it good, because they totally ruined that. The first movie was a good fucking like 8 to 9 out of 10 for me, and the second one was like a total like 3.
Yeah, it was boo-boo sauce.
Bad.
So those were my 3. I think they were great fucking movies to watch yesterday.
You have any pickups, Darren?
I got tapes from Eric this week that I did on YouTube, which you guys may have seen. Really cool shit. There's nothing coming in right now, honestly. I haven't ordered anything.
You did get a badass mask from DWN from Tom.
That's true. Yep. From Tom, I got the Elmer, closed-mouth Elmer, which is amazing. And then I got the Tall Man from Phantasm, which was cool too.
I love the fact that you're Tall Man.
Should we do, now that we're talking about Tom, should we do a giveaway? You guys want to do a giveaway?
I have to do mine, and then
hold
we'll
on,
go.
yeah, hold on.
We'll do yours.
I'm saying I like the fact that your Tall Man was more regular, because the one you see on the site is more, cartoon
Cartoony.
styles.
I agree.
Stylized.
But then yours was like more like just regular, and I wasn't expecting that.
Going for more natty.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I wanted the natural look. There's
Yeah,
the purple one he does is the end scene. At the very end, you see like his face is half in purple. This and that. It's a very specific scene, which is cool. But when I think about Phantasm, I think about the natural looking dude. You know.
Exactly.
No, that's what
Angus Grimm, the fucking man, Angus Grimm.
R.I.P.
If anybody has a fucking autograph, wants to sell it, I'm still looking for one.
I had an autograph of him.
Yeah, those are few and far between now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I had, and he signed my leather jacket back in '98, and I was stupid, and I was like, I had no other coat to wear for the winter, and and it fucking got ruined, and I was so pissed.
Oh, Grog.
But I do have a picture. I have a picture of him signing it, though.
You have a picture with him?
Yeah.
Oh, you have a picture of you with him?
Yeah. And him signing, like, the leather jacket's like laying right there on the table. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I got that. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, I'll show it to you later.
All right.
All right. Was that TFW one year while you were there, Larry?
No, not when I was there.
No, because he died in what?
It was the year
before?
A year before I was there, or 2 years before.
Maybe. When did he die? 2014, 15.
Hey, before Paul goes, let me show you another pickup I got. Right fast, I forgot about.
Go ahead.
So I got this. I forgot about this. I got this badass fucking goddamn autograph picture of fucking Mr. fucking got him horror in me, Darren Mitchell.
Listen, that thing is fucking gold. Oh shit.
That is fucking going on my wall.
That's GQ quality right there.
Yeah, in my bedroom.
The thing is, I painted my fingernails, Beth did my makeup, glossed my lips up.
I mean, if Beth can make you look that good, then I mean.
I have another one. I have another one that I'll send Grog. He might be able to display it. I'm not sure, but it's me with my blonde wig on. Let me see. Let me see if I can send it to him.
Okay. All right. So I have a couple different things that I've watched or that I want to recommend to you guys. This one's first. I know I brought it up. I don't think anybody else in this group has actually seen it, but I believe this came out last year, and it's called I See You. This is
Helen Hunt.
She's not really the main star. I mean, I'm usually not a fan of Helen Hunt at all in any movies, but she's really not that bad in this one. It's a good horror thriller, kind of serial killer movie with a lot of different twists, to the point where there's certain times when you think you have the movie figured out, and then they throw another twist in there, and then you're like, oh shit, well now I think it's this way, and then they'll twist it again, and then it's I really enjoy it though, and it's one that I definitely recommend. You can pick this up. I think the DVD is like $5 on Amazon, so definitely one I recommend though. And the next one that I have here, I know Eric's gonna love, and that's Chubby.
Badass.
And this movie is so much fun. Sadly, it didn't get like a real mass production or distribution because I think there were some rights issues because they were using the Boglins in the movie. So there was a bunch of issues with that. But it's pretty much aliens that crawl up these people's ass and, kind of almost turn them into like zombies, pretty much. But it's awesome. Like the gore effects in it, the humor in it is great. I mean, for a lower budget film, it's a lot of good laughs. Something I would say if you're into low budget, cheesiness, Chubby's is definitely a recommendation.
Yeah, hit Paul up on where you can pick that one up because I don't think they're supposed to be selling it, but
Yeah,
he can direct you.
Yeah, I think it's if you just Google Silver Bullet pictures, I believe it'll direct you to the website to get it. I mean, it says pretty much intergalactic bore and anal hijinks. I mean, that's perfect. Next up, yeah, next up is one that actually just got released this past week by Scream Factory, and that's Orca, the killer whale. It's pretty much a Jaws ripoff, but um, I like it. I mean, it's because it's the killer whale is almost on the aspect of it.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
I'm sorry, they can hear. Okay, you got the audience can hear, but I'm just fucking groaning. Okay, just God.
Yeah, it's a bad Jaws ripoff, but it's to me it's fun. The killer whale is it's supposedly intelligent. He's going after which I mean you're kind of pulling for the killer whale because the guy actually kills the killer whale's baby. So you kind of feel for the killer whale the entire film. So you're kind of looking for him to kill the guy. But I I, I enjoy it. I think it's fun for a late '70s, '87 film. And then this one I know Eric will be a fan of as well, and that's The Curse and The Curse 2.
The first one's the
These
best.
are a lot of fun. The Curse, if you've watched, what was that film that came out this year? Color Out of Space? Is that what yeah, which is pretty much just another reimagining of the first Curse film. Something comes from outer space, starts causing like all types of issues with wildlife, the water, people going crazy, whatnot. A lot of fun. Curse 2 doesn't really, I mean, they're two completely separate films, but Curse 2 is awesome as well. It's kind of an overrunning snake film where it's ridiculous because this guy's arm actually turns into like a killer snake. Actually, I actually enjoy both of these about the same. They're both fun films to me. Um, the practical effects and everything in them are great. So yeah, it's definitely one that I would recommend checking out if you can find this two pack.
I would definitely lean a little bit more towards part 2 just because that fucking snake arm is so dope.
Oh yeah,
dude.
it's great.
I would love to have that coming out of my wall like a snake, like a badass snake head, but then put like a flannel, like it's like got the rest of the shirt on it, Like that would be cool coming out of your wall.
Yeah, I mean it's just so ridiculous. Like that part where they're driving through the desert and then they just start running over like 500 fucking snakes that are laying in the middle of the fucking road. I mean, there's so many ridiculous parts to it. Jill Scholen's in it, but it's still it's a lot of fun to me. I'm a sucker for any type of like killer animal, snake, reptile film. So yeah, that was
And then
fun.
the first one, dude, I feel like is an adaptation of, or it's like a pre adapted form of Courage the Cowardly Dog, because it's like instead of
Yeah,
the
because you
dog,
got the kid who's like completely pissed off, trying to tell them that like don't eat the food, don't drink the water, and like nobody's listening to him.
kind of mixed with the stuff too.
Yeah.
But it's like you got this one kid and then these two fucking people that are watching over him. I don't know if they're his parents or his grandparents or what, but like you're just like worried for this little boy's safety, and then it's kind of like body horror because they're melting and stuff. It's pretty fun too.
Yeah, no, I like I said, I enjoy both of them. I mean, they're good like back to back watches, even though they're not. It's not like a direct sequel. Even part three is not a direct sequel. I mean, they're just they just kind of go. I mean, they're good like to watch back to back though for me. And then the last thing I have here is something my buddy Tony picked up for me. He found at the store for pretty cheap, so I had to grab it. And that's this cool ragdoll figure, Full Moon. It's for like $20. Box is actually in pretty decent shape. Ragdoll's not a great movie. It's still fun watch though, like kind of like Pinocchio's Revenge or Gingerbread Man. Some of those like lower budget, killer doll films. But yeah, super dope. I've always enjoyed like the actual, ragdoll.
I totally, I totally agree. It's not the greatest movie. I mean, but it comes from Full Moon. What do you expect?
Yeah,
They're not trying to make fucking high class movies. But I love the fact it actually it stands up pretty good. It looks badass. Comes with a big pair of fucking scissors and shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking. I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta get one of those replicas too. $20 in the package is a great deal considering they go to for 40 to 60. The movie, I liked it, but I didn't like love it. It's okay for what it is. It's kind of one of Full Moon's sub branch movies when Wizard was coming back into the mix.
It's like urban entertainment or urban urban pictures. But yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Does anybody else have anything they want to bring up as far as what they've watched
I do.
or
I
pick
got.
up?
I don't have anything I watched recently. But I did find that Angus Scrim picture. So.
Whoa! You gonna post it?
Yeah. It's right here. Hold on 1 second. Oh, wait, that's not it.
I wish I could have met Angus Scrim.
Yeah,
I'll
nice
say he was one of the coolest celebrities I had ever met. I mean, he was very. I think the best word for him was humble. He was very humble.
So we got Darren, that sweet baby retard, and Angus, that sweet baby humble. I agree with that.
But yeah, okay. So this was in February of 1998. Okay, this is when I got to meet him. This is at the Fangoria Weekend of Horrors convention. My leather jacket, it's right here on the table. Let me show it to you right now. Yeah, I was like 18 or 19, something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, there it is right there. Awesome fucking night. Awesome. I mean, the whole cast of Phantasm was there. Don Coscarelli, the guy who played Michael, his older brother, Reggie. They were all sitting there. Angus Scrim, he was just at the very end of the table. So they all signed the jacket. So they all signed it. So that was fucking cool. And of course, I was young and fucking stupid at the time, and it's ruined.
Look how luxurious your hair was.
Man, that's some herbal essence days, huh? When you're in the commercial.
Yeah. You were getting attacked by bees left and right, huh?
Holy shit.
Glorious hair. No facial hair. Look at you. Just. So I just thought of one more thing that I highly recommend that I just watched recently, and I don't know if everybody's aware of it, but Netflix has brought back Unsolved Mysteries, which I watched the first 5, I think, of the 6 episodes that have came out so far. Really enjoyed it. It almost has that retro feel to it. Of course, no Robert Stack, but it's still, I think, well done. So it's definitely something I recommend. If you're a fan of the older Unsolved Mysteries show, it's definitely something I recommend checking out.
Yeah, we watched the first 2 episodes, and they were both really good. So, and then Jordan told me that episode like 4 or 5 was about like aliens or something. He said that one was really
episode 5, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 4.
It's
4. One of them.
4.
Look at the one that's got goddamn. Look at one. Just look at the one that says it's about aliens. And I heard that one was really good, even though I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, you guys shut the fuck up, because it's time for Morty and Geordie.
Yeah, I actually think the alien out of the 5 that I've seen so far, the alien one was the best one so far.
Yeah, I fucking hate Grog sometimes. I fucking hate him.
Everyone should hate me.
All right.
So, up next, I guess we'll do our first giveaway.
Yes.
So, I think our first giveaway is going to be from DWN, and Darren, you going to handle that for us?
Yes. So, DWN Productions makes a lot of masks and a lot of stuff that we've been collecting a lot lately, actually. We all have some pieces from him, and he's a good buddy of ours, Tom Martino, and he was kind enough to send out one of his production films that his company has done called Fisted. It's definitely a controversial film, but it's a good one to give away because if you're a horror fan and you want to watch something different that's off the wall a little bit, this is the film. So we're going to give it away. So the first person that answers this question will win this package. I'm also going to pass on one of Eric's turds. So you're going to get the turds and
You're
the
going to get a fisted turd.
Yep. You're going to get a fisted turd. And all you have to do is tell me, what was the first movie that DWN Productions made?
Yep. If
The
you
first
don't know,
person that tells me that will be the winner.
be
You
the
reach out to
fastest
me.
Googler. Just be
Here's
the
a
fastest Googler.
Here's a non-helpful hint. This is a prop from the movie.
Oh, really? Wow. Eric's got fucking props from fucking all kinds of movies.
Especially Tom stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the first movie that that Tom did? Tom with DWN. Whoever can name that first will be the winner of the fisted turd.
The fisted turd, right here. Sealed and all ready to go.
While we're doing that, let me put this on.
And also, while we're on DWN, highly recommend checking out his website, which I think is what, DWN
Productions.net.
Productions.net. .net, yeah.
Literally,
He has a lot of badass props, mask, everything. That is beautiful, Larry. That's the best Larry's ever looked.
He's about to show you his beautiful below too.
Does Bree let you wear that to the? Does Bree let you wear that to the bedroom?
I'll wear it all night long.
I'd like to get my dick sucked between that.
I'd stick
Fuck you!
my pecker on the aisle.
It would kind of scrape it a little bit, but I know it'd be good underneath.
I love how Larry always tilts his head with that mask on, like, I'm a pretty girl.
Yeah. that pretty girl look. Thank you to the 30 people watching Larry and all his beautifulness. So yeah, the question to win the fisted turd was, what was the first movie that Tom Martino
has
did
ever made with DWN Productions?
Like Larry said, whoever.
God damn it! Nobody wants to win this.
Nobody wants to win the fisted
I
turd.
know there's somebody.
I'll keep it because I've been wanting to keep this.
Google that shit.
Somebody's got to
There's
win that.
You guys are crazy
right now that knows it.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy right now. I'm
Get a
keeping
free
this shit.
fisted turd.
Well,
Another hint: the cover looks like a Goosebumps ripoff.
all I can say is if I need to do a dance off while we're waiting, I can do it.
Go ahead. We need a dance off.
We love good dance offs.
Oh, why are you putting your camera down?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, he's going off to the side, guys.
Dance off time.
Oh, let me keep
Larry,
going.
dance off time.
Oh, shit.
Get like a beat going.
Wait, it's not a dance off. It's one person, right?
Wait. Yeah, wait.
Oh, no!
Bill in the house. The Buffalo Bill. Oh my God.
Ew, Jesus.
Larry, I think you got one up there. I gotta say, you might have got one up. Yeah.
Oh,
Watch the back.
so nobody got the question yet?
No,
The answer?
you would think after that they would have definitely got the question.
Yeah, we're like forcing you to do it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll keep
we're
this shit.
forcing
I
you to
don't
look
care.
stuff
I
up.
want them.
Oh, we got one.
Did we get an answer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not right.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
I totally missed it. Oh yeah, we did.
Okay. I see.
All right. Has Jordy or Morty came through? Rock? Maybe today.
Yeah,
Oh, I'd love to see Morty and Jordy.
we always love some Morty and Jordy.
I got tired from my dance off.
Yeah. You and Eric are. All right, so up next, we have maybe a little bit something special from our good friends, Morty and Jordy.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. It's time again for Morty's Joke of the Week. You got a joke for us, Morty?
No, I don't actually.
All right. What's the joke?
God damn it, I told you I don't have one.
Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. You've been drinking again.
Yeah, I've been drinking, because you have.
You know you're not supposed to drink, Morty, after what happened last time, damn it. Remember the FBI, all the investigation with arson and all that?
Yeah, broads, killing, I love it.
Whatever, I'm not your mom. Drink as much as you want. I don't give a shit. Just tell the joke.
I told you I don't have a joke, you dumbass.
Yeah, whatever.
And if I'm drunk, you're drunk. You're drunk, I'm drunk. You got your hand up my ass. I'm just a puppet. You run me. You control me, you dumbass. Don't you get it? Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, that's been Morty's Joke of the Week. Thanks for watching, guys. Say adios, Morty.
I ain't saying shit this week. Go fuck yourselves.
Awesome. Always something good from good Jordy and Morty. Morty,
That's right.
son of a bitch, though. I mean,
That was funny.
you guys got problems. I don't know why Jordy doesn't just fucking down the toilet or something. That's what I would do.
Yeah, that little guy's a bitch, huh?
Yeah, Morty's always a bitch. He's always fucking talking back and shit. If I was Jordy, I'd flush his ass down the toilet.
Mm-hmm. Jordy feeds him and everything.
Yeah, I know. Fucking throw his ass in a blender. Fucking get That's what I would do. All right, guys, so if you haven't noticed, this episode is pretty much all about zombies. So later we will be reviewing the film that won for this week, which was Night of the Comet, which was actually Steven's selection. But unfortunately, he couldn't make it on the show. So Darren, unfortunately, we had Darren that had to fill in. But you know, we miss you on this one, Steven. You know, thanks for sticking us with Darren. So
fucking asshole.
But one of the things when we started talking about zombie films and whatnot, we decided that, you know, one of the segments we'd like to do is just kind of talk about what I think each one of us kind of likes zombie films differently. Some of us probably like more of the higher that everybody else would like zombie films, and then some of them are kind of lower type films that maybe other people wouldn't actually expect. So we thought we would just kind of sit around for a little bit and talk about our 5 favorite zombie films. So, Darren, why don't you start us off with what your top 5 favorite zombie films are and why you like them specifically?
Hey, hold on. So should we go like top 5, or should we go around round robbing?
Yeah, actually,
everybody's
let's
5, everybody's 4.
Let's do a round robin. So, Darren, what's your? Yeah, I like that idea. So Darren, would you tell us what your number 5 zombie film is?
Okay. Before I do that, though, I'm going to announce the winner of the Fisted DVD.
Okay.
So we have Goblin Mob. You have won.
Mob.
You have won the Fisted and the Shit.
Wow, cool. Congrats, buddy.
So please reach out to me on Facebook or one of the other guys. Make sure I get your address, and I'll send it out to you this week.
You have won the Fisted Shit.
Congratulations.
And if you like fisting, you probably get shit sometimes. If you do it in the butthole.
Yeah. Where else would you do it?
I guess in the cooter hole.
Oh.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of videos in our personal group where fisting goes through dicks.
Yeah, that is true. I guess you could go that route as well. All right. Yeah. So Darren, your number 5 favorite zombie film?
Train to Busan.
Train to Busan. So you're going more recent film there. Yeah. I did enjoy that film.
Yeah, I cried too. I still haven't seen the second one.
So
but
it's
that first
actually,
movie,
I don't
even
think
Beth,
it's
if Beth came in here right now, she would say, I really like that one too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Train to Busan, and I'm looking forward to the sequel this year.
Mm-hmm. It's I'd say it's a good movie, and I teared up in it at the end when the little girl was singing the song about her father.
Yeah. Any parent,
yeah, any parent I think is going to get some emotional effect out of that one for sure.
That was a good one. That was definitely a good one.
Any good person. How about that?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. All right, so I will go next, and then Larry will go with you, and then Eric will let you round it out first. So my number 5 is going to be Reanimator. I love Reanimator. I love Jeffrey Combs. He's probably one of my favorite actors. I know Eric's not a huge fan of Reanimator or Jeffrey Combs, but
I like Stuart Gordon, and I think Reanimator is okay.
Yeah, I love this film.
I don't like the more Cthulhu-esque stuff he does.
Yeah. To me, I love this film. Jeffrey Combs, I think, is amazing in this. The character he plays, Herbert West, the kind of mad scientist type vibe to this. Yeah, Reanimator, definitely. That'd be not my number 5 for favorite zombie films. When he's reanimating the cat, as well as David Gill, I mean, it's a lot of fun for me. So, yeah. Larry, what's your number 5?
My number 5, I'm gonna go with it's not horror, but it is horror. It's I'm going with a horror comedy, just because goddamn, it's a fucking amazing movie, and it's not Shaun of the fucking Dead. It's fucking Zombieland. I love fucking Zombieland, and it's literally packed with thousands and thousands of fucking zombies, badass kills. How you fucking gotta survive a zombie apocalypse? It tells you all the different rules. The movie's fucking badass. I mean, I can do without the fucking goddamn. I can't think of his name, the main character, who I can't fucking stand when he talks.
Woody
Harrelson. The Vivarium kid?
Yeah, not Woody Harrelson, the fucking
Jesse
Eisenberg.
Yeah, Eisenberg. No, I love Woody Harrelson. Fucking, the movie's so badass. And you get Bill Murray in it and everything. It's so fucking badass, thought out, made. Even though it's not a horror movie, in fact, it's literally 100% comedy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it does have horror
elements.
elements.
It's a horror comedy.
Yeah.
The movie's fucking, it's a zombie movie, and it's fucking amazing.
Larry,
I love that movie.
My favorite line from that movie is to Bill Murray when he was dying. Do you have any regrets? Oh, Garfield.
But yeah,
we need one more like for another chug.
Somebody
a single like.
We got it. We're at 32. We're at 32, guys.
Oh,
all right.
Hey,
likes.
thank all y'all.
Chug a lug.
Nazdravi.
All right, Eric, what is your number 5 favorite zombie film?
Just hold on real quick. To segue into Zombieland, I can feel it, man. I wouldn't say it's like in my top favorites, but I did love that movie. It's a lot of fun, especially when I seen it in the movie theaters. Like, I liked how they did the words and stuff. For instance, like when they're running around the car and it's like cardio. like stuff like that makes you laugh. You're like, damn, that's good, dude. Things you need to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Ho-hos! Fucking, it's full of fucking ho-hos!
Like, it's full of snowballs!
Snowballs! Dude, snowballs are good as fuck. I'll eat all that coconut shit. You guys can leave that with me.
Snowballs, there's snowballs for fat people.
I would eat.
That's why Darren likes snowballs.
If we were trapped up in that shit, I'll eat them all. I'll live.
I tell you, Twinkies are probably for fat people too, but I fucking love them. They're fucking delicious, and I get them on my break sometimes. And I slurp that cream filling out of there.
Of course you do.
My number 5 is a zombie movie that is so hated, so stupid, so bad that it's loved for its bad. It's terribleness as a movie, which is Redneck Zombies.
I knew you were going to throw some trauma in there.
It is bad.
Yeah, it is
bad.
Yeah,
and if you could see, when this first came out, it was $79.99.
which is $78.99 too much.
Hey. It's probably worth more than that nowadays. But yeah, man, I'm super stoked to have the Trans World cut of this. I got it a long time ago at a VHS swap for maybe $2, and I think it is worth close to $40 now or something.
Yeah, it is.
But Yeah, this movie is not a thinker at all. You just watch it. You definitely want to, if you smoke pot or do mushrooms or whatever you fucking do, that would probably be awesome with this, and drink a lot of beer and laugh with your friends. That's my number 5, guys.
Hold on. So before we start number 4, I want to say fuck it. I know everybody had at least one honorable mention. So before we go any further, because I don't like to go number 1 and then we talk about honorable mention. I'd like to do that now. This is how I flip the script in the middle of the show live, and we have to do it.
We should have done it before 5.
Exactly, because it doesn't matter. I do it in the middle of the show and flip the fucking script. Darren, what's your honorable mention?
Do it. That's how we do it in Blainsville.
Well, what would be your honorable mention, Darren?
It ain't got to be number 6. What's another zombie movie you like?
Hold on, he's got to Google one.
All right, so here's the thing, guys. I hate zombie movies. Larry loves zombie movies. These guys mix with it too, but I fucking can't stand them. But I made a list tonight, and I'll say an honorable mention for me is Pontypool. Have you ever seen Pontypool?
Ponypool?
Pontypool. It's about the dude at the radio station, and there's like a zombie outbreak, and he's trying to survive himself.
I thought it was called Ponypool, but I guess I'm wrong.
Pontypool.
Pontypool.
So I'm just going to say three quick honorable mentions for me would be Dead and Buried, which I just recently watched, but is a good honorable mention for me. Like, I really enjoyed it. I was surprised it went that long without seeing it. Dead Alive would be another one, or Brain Dead, however you want to say it, would be another. And last but not least, Cemetery Man would be
beautiful movie, dude.
Yeah,
beautiful
great movie. Like, just missed my list. That would be number 6 on my list. Would be Cemetery Man.
By the way, that was Paul's pick for our picks. You can know now.
Yeah.
And the winner was Steven, which is not here, for a non-zombie movie.
Yeah.
It's full of zombies. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
But
all right, Larry, what's your
anyways, my fucking honorable mention, of course, is fucking 28 Days Later, because it's a fucking amazing movie. I even loved the sequel 28 months later. Fucking badass fucking movie. Just, it's foreign, and sometimes I can't get into the fucking goddamn shit that sounds like English. What is English accents?
British accents. Yeah.
British accents. English. Whatever. Sometimes it just makes me mad, but that movie's fucking awesome. I even love the sequel. I wish they would do they did a 28, days later, 28 weeks later. I wish they did 28 months later.
But supposedly they are. They just
but that's been going on for fucking 15 years or so.
6 years or something, yeah.
It's been longer than that, shit. But also, hey, right fast, while I heard somebody say that in my ear, I want to say Friday the 13th. Because Jason Voorhees is totally a fucking zombie. He drowned in fucking goddamn... Before part 1, he drowned as a kid and came back as a fucking adult.
Well,
dead.
definitely
remade from the ground. He's a zombie.
Part 6.
You know what? I'll tell you that's more of a zombie movie than Night of the Comet.
In 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, he definitely is a zombie for sure.
Yeah. Anyways,
I just want to add one thing. We are talking, and I find this ironic how we are talking about zombies tonight. As you all know, it is July 3rd. Return of the Living Dead takes place on July 3rd.
1984.
Yep. Sure
what
does.
was the UNITA Corp or something?
Yep, UNITA Corp. Yep. They have everything you need.
Eric,
right, what's your
mention?
One AFPT.
Did you have another honorable mention, Larry, or is that it?
No, I'm doing. Go, Eric.
Okay. What about you, Eric? You have an honorable mention?
Yeah, I've got. I want to do it like top 3 style because it was hard to pull a 5 that I love. I'm not a super zombie guy, but I love a lot of movies now. Like ever since I was young, I loved the puppets and those mini killers and then creatures. But then I became bored with those because I'd watched them so many times and there was not a whole lot more to keep going on to. Went on to everything else, and now I know a lot of zombie flicks. So my top 3 honorable mentions, starting with the 3rd, going to 1st, will be, the 3rd is Dead Next Door.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like
very cool, low budget, super fun.
Great effects.
The other two, you guys are probably gonna shit on me because they're both remakes. I'm gonna go with Tom Savini's remake of Night of the Living Dead.
I love
that one. Yeah. Very nostalgic to me, very fun. And then number one is, I mean, not a lot of people like this one, but I love it. Dawn of the Dead remake.
I'm not big on running zombies, but at the beginning part of it, like that beginning sequence where it just starts, shit hits the fan, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, but there's a difference when it's running zombies and then Chinese running zombies.
Yeah,
that's why I like Train to Beat Zombies.
I mean, I don't hate them.
That's just like crazy. You don't know their culture.
I think it's well done. I just think of it more as a reimagining than I do a remake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
did you see it in the movie theaters?
Yes.
Yep.
I totally.
Well, hold on, Larry. Were you happy with it when you left the movie?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. Of course, I love the original. So, I mean, it's still in my mind. I was comparing it to the original, so I already went in there, I guess, with kind of a bad taste in my mouth. That they're remaking like one of my all-time favorite movies. So I kind of, but overall, I didn't walk out of there being like, fucking piece of shit. I walked out like, okay, well, Zack Snyder did something completely different. Running zombies, beginning sequence. Like, I thought of it more as a reimagining.
Was that not the first remake where they started doing running zombies, though?
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah.
So it was a different take on it, and it was a ballsy move on his part. I love that Larry threw this in here, threw a fucking wrench in our gears in the middle of this. It's all good. What were you gonna say, Larry?
No, I would say, like, everybody that knows me, I'm like, I love zombie movies, but I totally fucking hate running zombies. But what's worse than running zombies is fucking movies like fucking World War Z, where motherfuckers are like fucking psycho. They're making pyramids and crawl on each other. Just psycho shit. That pisses me off so fucking much. That's just so stupid as fuck. They're not monsters. They're fucking dead bodies. They shouldn't be going slow as fuck.
Yeah, I feel you. It's like they're decrepit. They should be going slow. But his thing on it was like, hey, they've got this virus and now it's making them rampant. They're fucking gnarly on that Dawn of the Dead remake, which I personally love. It didn't make top 5, but I love that movie.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, for sure.
All right, Darren.
Darren, number 4. What's your number 4?
Nope. Wait, did everybody do their honorable?
Yeah, we all did.
All right, so I like to bring shit back sometimes, right? Jesus. And there's definitely a classic zombie film that stands out. I watched it again last night, and I really like it. Is The Plague of the Zombies. It's a good one. It's a classic. If you like gothic horror,
stomach's turning.
Like it, I know.
Fucking hammer film.
So what? It's fucking good.
Actually, that is one of my more the Hammer films that I enjoy more.
Dude, there's so many good Hammer films, and I hate that you guys don't watch them. Like,
I
just watch some.
I'm with
you. Know what, guys? I'm saying it right now on the show. We're gonna have a Hammer night, Hammer show, and you guys are gonna watch it.
Hope Eric.
I
hope Eric's in that episode too.
God damn it. We don't get to choose. We don't get to choose either. It's all random.
Yes, you do.
So, number 4 for me, I think is the best zombie film that was made in the last 20 years. But I don't think it gets the love that everybody, or I don't think it gets the love that it deserves, and that's Wreck. This is a found footage Spanish horror film. Very low budget made. I think they made this for just over, right at $1.5, $2 million. This film grossed $40 million.
Yeah, I like it.
I thought you didn't like found footage, Paul.
I don't. I hate found footage. I'm not a fan of Blair Witch Project. I'm not a fan of 99% of the found footage movies that I've seen.
Do you like Poughkeepsie Tapes?
Yeah, Poughkeepsie Tapes is it would be one of the better found footage movies that I've watched.
No.
You like 3 out of 4?
Yeah, no. Like I said, I usually don't. But 90% of the found footage films I watch, I'm not.
I feel you, man. I'm just trying to be open-minded as fuck lately and watch it.
And I am. I do still watch found footage films. It's just, and I have found ones more recently that I do enjoy a little bit more. Maybe I'm up to the genre, but usually, yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Blair Witch. A lot of other found footage films, but this one I think is very well done. Um, it's of course a Spanish film, so it's subtitled. But this one and its direct sequel, Rec 2, I think is almost like one, like really good, like 3 hours. You can watch them like back to back. The zombies are great. It's got a very claustrophobic feel to it because they're in this like apartment complex. Yeah, I very well done and one that I recommend. I believe this came out in like 2007. Yep, one I definitely recommend people watch. So yeah, definitely recommend checking out Rec. Larry, what is your number 4?
Oh my number 4 is totally something that Darren said a while ago that I didn't think nobody would fucking know. Fucking Pontypool. Fucking that
Amazing
fucking
zombie
movie is fucking amazing. I fucking love it's a fucking Canadian zombie movie about this fucking badass fucking it's about this like world famous radio disc jockey who pretty much got fired for being too fucking goddamn, I guess, open and shit talking. So he ends up in this little town of Pontypool at this little shit radio station. And it's like his pretty much his first day working there, and fucking zombies attack outside. The entire fucking goddamn movie takes place with like 2 people inside of a fucking goddamn radio station. And then you just hear them talking to people outside while it's all going on. He's broadcasting to the public what he knows while he gets updates about the zombie virus outside. They eventually get inside and fucking, it's fucking a badass fucking movie for a fucking shit low budget movie.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Pontypool is my number 4. I almost would have made it even higher, but I figured people would make fun of me to make it higher because I didn't think nobody would have had ever heard of it.
No,
always
then Darren
yourself,
said it.
man. I haven't heard of it personally, and I've seen a lot of movies, and I want to see it now.
Yeah.
Oh, you will love it, dude. You'll love it.
It's really good. That's my number 4. I'm gonna go take a piss out this side door right here. Go ahead.
My number 4. My number 4 is my most mainstream in my pile of 5 here. You guys are gonna laugh at me. It does have something to do sub-branched off with the Unita Corp or Unita Industries, and that is Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Why do a lot of people shit on this movie? Because it took a totally different turn from the first movie. I love that it was from the kids aspect. Watching this as a kid, had a lot of fun with it, thinking about the kids going down into the creek, finding the fucking dude underneath the sewer. You had the shithead kids. You had the kid that was dealing with the shithead kids. I know I'm a shithead now, but when I was younger, I was dealing with the shithead kids. So I felt like I was that kid that was the main kid and dealing with it all. And it's just a lot of fun for me. You get the main dude from Unita Corp comes back to this movie, and they're grave robbers, and there's scenes where they're in there taking rings, and heads are coming back to life. They put a head in a bag, end up in somebody's house, and it's a lot of fun, dude. Comic book aspects. I'm not super comic book guy, but this kid is reading about this like zombie
worst episode ever.
This kid is reading about these zombie book or comic book zombie killer dude, and it's a lot of fun, dude. I dug it.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Of course, I don't like it as much as the original, but I actually enjoy all 3 of them. I enjoy the third one as well. But yeah, no, that one, I think that one has more of a comedic aspect than the first one does.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I really enjoy the second one as well. What do you think about part 2 there, Sexy?
I'm not a fan of those films.
Yeah.
Just never really gravitated towards them. Sorry,
All right.
I love you guys.
On to number 3. Darren, what is your number 3 favorite zombie film?
So this is controversial.
Of course.
Because it's super low budget. But I hope a lot of you have seen it. I'm sure you guys have. Have you ever seen The Battery?
Yeah. No, that's actually a really good film. That just
So The Battery, I had an attachment to The Battery when it came out because the entire movie was filmed on a Canon 5D, which is what I was working with when I started getting into film. So it inspired me to I'm just saying, it inspired me to want to do things because these guys pulled off an awesome fucking film on this little Canon 5D camera with lenses. And I couldn't believe it.
No,
and if you haven't seen The Battery, it's about two guys, two best friends, that they just wake up one day and the apocalypse of zombie shit already happened, and they're just trying to survive together. They're walking from property to property in the fields and fucking rural Ohio or Pennsylvania or something like that, and they just keep trying to survive over a year, and you see all the struggle shit they go through, and all they have is fucking whatever they have in their backs. It's crazy. It's a good movie.
No, I will agree with you on The Battery. For a low budget film, very, very well done.
I think that was almost like a Pool Party Massacre. I think it was like a $6,000 to $10,000 film. That was it.
Yeah, very well done.
There's even a part 2 to that, Darren.
Is there?
I've never seen part 2.
I never saw part 2. Nope. The Battery, the first one was amazing, dude.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Stakeland 1 and 2. Similar covers.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen Stakeland 1, only 2.
Larry, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is fucking the fake sequel to fucking Dawn of the Dead, which is Day of the Dead. Not really a sequel, but the next fucking goddamn fucking George Romero fucking great fucking movie in my opinion. Day of the Dead. I hope everybody fucking knows what the fuck that is. Fucking goddamn army. I guess army, military. Let's say military base, underground, fucking zombie apocalypse, fucking badass fucking movie. You get fucking introduced into maybe the most fucking goddamn famous zombie besides Tarman in fucking zombie history with fucking Bub. Fucking badass fucking where he literally learns and fucking tries to protect the guy that pretty much I guess tried to teach him to come back to normal.
Yeah.
And at the end, after he shoots that motherfucker, he even blows the gun, smoke off the gun, like a badass. Fucking cinematic fucking history fucking got him with Bub. Fucking got him a zombie that actually is learning and fucking adapting. But
I got some interesting news. I love horror, but honestly, I still to this day have never seen Day of the Dead. Honest. I have it. I have just another one of those movies.
Are you live?
Under the
Are you live
radar.
right now?
Yeah. Honestly.
How have you never seen Day of the Dead?
Grog's never seen Day of the Dead. All right.
I think you would love. I think you would actually.
Oh, I know I would. I just never got around to it.
So actually, I think I'd let you go before me, Larry. I think I was supposed to.
Oh, well then you go ahead.
Yeah, that was me. I fucked up on that. So my number 3 is the OG 1978 film Dawn of the Dead. I love it. Love it more than the reimagining remake. But I mean, to me,
I like the remake.
To me, that is where zombies really came into their own. Like with Romero did with zombies, the effects, Savini's effects and whatnot, the kill, the blood, Ken Foree. I mean, just so much of that movie is just great. How it's 90% of it, is just secluded into this, the Monroeville Mall. To me, it's just not. It's to watch how these people kind of correlate with each other, how they team up together, for the better overall of themselves. I just think it's a very well done movie. It's an absolute classic. So yeah, Dawn of the Dead would be number 3 for me. Eric, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is going to be, let's see if you can guess it. the first person that guesses it is kind of cool, I guess.
Zombie Holocaust.
No, well, let me tell you a little bit about it. In this movie, you got a little dude that wants to suck his mom's tit and grab her.
Oh,
pussy.
Burial Ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is a fun one.
Burial Ground.
That would be my top.
This movie is balls to the wall crazy. I can't tell you a whole lot about it, but it's fucking nuts. You got this weird little man-child boy that is trying to get with his mom throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
Really cool zombies, really cool kills. I think they recently came out with one of the most dopest kills of it on a lenticular cover where the girl's eye is going through the glass. Super fun movie. We're dragging on this a little bit gnarly, so I'm trying to get a little try not to dig too deep into our movies here.
Yeah, Burial Ground.
On third?
Awesome stuff. All right, Darren, what's your number 2?
All right, we're going to talk about this for 30 seconds. And nobody's going to challenge me on this. Just like everyone's going to say, no, the comment wasn't a zombie film. So this is what I'm going to challenge you on. My favorite zombie film, in my opinion, is House by the Cemetery. My second favorite is House by the Cemetery. People will say that's not a zombie film, but it's totally a zombie film.
It does have zombies.
Previous Omer, there's a zombie. It's not a ghost. They don't portray it. They sometimes portray it as a ghost with like supernatural shit, but it's a zombie, dude.
I'll let you have
kill the kid.
I will say every film in that Gates of Hell trilogy is hard to classify because you could classify them almost as like zombie film. I mean, they could go into like a bunch of different aspects, with not only that one, but, Gates of Hell as well, as The Beyond. I mean, I wouldn't really totally classify them as zombies. But they do have zombies in them. So, yeah, I could definitely see how they classify.
House by the Cemetery.
That's great.
Like, I don't like zombie films. I told you guys. But that's one that was kind of like something crazy like that. And I'll even go even deeper. It's almost like the way it plays out with like a zombie is the same way like in like '95 I watched the Goosebumps like Under Wraps movie. Remember that? Like just like shit like that. It like just brings you back to this zombie in your mind type of thing. It's cool.
Yep.
I like it.
So number 2 for me, we kind of talked about this just a little bit earlier, and that's Return of the Living Dead. Tarman. I mean, to me, it's pretty much a perfect zombie film. Tarman's a great character. I love the comedy element in it. Linnea Quigley, Spider, just all the different characters in it. I think it's right up there with a perfect zombie comedy film. I know Jordan's gonna probably love that because I believe that's his favorite zombie film of the time. And I think it's perfectly done. Yeah, definitely one I highly recommend. So,
yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, I don't know where the hell you've been your entire life. So,
yeah. So I don't have nothing else to say because my number 2 is also fucking Return of the Living Dead. Fucking awesome fucking movie. It's the fucking 90s fucking zombie movie, in my opinion, that fucking was reimagining of the entire fucking George Romero fucking franchise without being George fucking Romero or some shit fucking low budget fucking movies. They fucking totally killed that motherfucker. I mean, it was at 90s. It was like probably 88, 89. It was in 80s, but late 80s. But still, with Return of the Living Dead 1 and 2, and some people like 3. I think Grog likes 3.
I like 3.
I love fucking Ray from the Grave.
I love 3 because she's hot.
Yeah, she is fucking hot.
I mean, that's what turned me on to those kinds of girls.
She's fucking hot.
I love Ray from the Grave. I mean, even though it's totally like shitty too, I love that movie, especially at the end. Then they have just a little cameo of Tarman on the side, on trying to hitchhike on the fucking road, on the highway. But all right, Eric. My number 2 was also Return of the Living Dead. Eric, your number 2.
Return of the Living Dead Part 1.
Part 1.
Okay, mine was part 2. But dude, how can you not fucking love trash in that? Linnea Quigley is in her prime in that movie, and she's not overly skinny. She's got like a little meat to her.
Yeah.
Fuck, she looks sexy in that.
Amazing
I
titties.
did interview her on one of my old podcasts, 3 Guys That Horror, and I asked her what was going on with like the vagina thing, because I knew it was like a plate or whatever. And she said that she had to have a gay guy put it on, like a vagina plate cover, so that she would feel comfortable while a male was putting this on. Maybe he pretended to be, maybe not. I would have pretended to be, so I could have done that. That'd have been awesome. Yeah. But
my goodness,
after the scene when she took it off, she said the vagina plate cover disappeared, and she wanted to keep it.
God, so somebody probably has that out there.
Some creeper out there has the vagina plate
sniffing
cover
it to this day.
He's probably sniffs it every time he goes to bed.
Dude, if I had
probably eats cereal out of that thing. He probably eats cereal.
If Eric had that, he would take the plate and he would paint on the silicone.
Yeah.
It's like he did it with the other one. He'd paint on her fucking vagina and just fuck it. I know he would.
Yeah, I'd make my own fleshlight.
Yeah. Yep.
Fun
2.
fact. All right, let's try to get through this, but real quick. Fun fact. If you're ever at a con and Linnea Quigley is there, she finds Dracula attractive. So dress up as Dracula.
She likes to fart.
Is the video dead?
Hell yeah. That's a good one.
I fucking love this movie. A lot of people shit on it. Scream Factory released it on a 2-pack Blu-ray with this and TerraVision, which is a crazy. It made me mad. Why did they both not get their own fucking release?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck, dude? But this movie is awesome. Super lot of fun. TV gets delivered to a house. The shithead kid that acts a lot like all the Horrorholics here ourselves answers the door, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm brushing my teeth. I gotta go." They leave the TV there. He ends up bringing it in the house, and then another dude comes. It's a cowboy, and he's like, "Yo, did the TV get delivered here?" And so he's trying to find this TV because he knows zombies come out of it. Long story short, zombies start coming out of it, killing people, and the kid and this cowboy end up having to take them all on, and it's pretty funny. So the one thing I want to mention, or a scene in the movie before we go on to the next one, is the cowboy keeps calling him boy, and he goes, "You call me boy?" And he goes, No, he calls him boy. He goes, "Okay, cow shit." And the guy goes, "What did you just call me?" He goes, "You call me boy, I'll call you cow shit." Okay? It's stupid but funny. Great movie, and not to mention the guy that gets killed in the very front of the movie is Michael St. Michael's from A Greasy Strangler.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's my number 2.
All right, Darren, let's hear it. Number 1 favorite zombie film.
You guys are going to think I'm so cliche. I'm the stupidest motherfucker in the world. But, you know I love old horror.
Jesus.
I love old horror. And I love, it doesn't have to be bloody. And it just has to have a good story. And it makes sense and it's cool. I'm a big fan of the original Night of the Living Dead series.
Shut the fuck up!
I rewatched that today.
With the fucking goddamn chocolate.
It's so well done that like you think about it when you watch it, you're like, it's the predecessor so much.
No, it started it all.
So you watch it and you already have an affinity for it, and then you watch it again. You watch it throughout the years as we get older, right? I feel like my tastes are changing every fucking year. The older we're getting, you know. So that's the cool shit about talking about what we always talk about, because next year the same things we're saying right now aren't going to be the same. They're not. The avid horror fan watches what 500, 600, 700, 1,000 films a year. It changes you.
No, I agree.
That's the way I think.
It's always changed as well. No, that's good. That was the start of it all. We wouldn't have zombie films we have today if it wasn't for that one. All right.
So I like that one. Yeah.
My number one.
Wait, what was the movie he was dragging on so gnarly?
Night of the Living Dead, the OG.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Yeah, they're coming to get you, Barbara. My number one, I won't talk about it a whole lot because Larry already mentioned it, but that is Day of the Dead. To me, I mean, all these could actually, you could rotate them around because to me, all these are like 9 to 10 movies, you know. They're all pretty much perfect. But Day of the Dead, to me, Bub, the underground, you know, army compound, just the goods, the asshole ratio of people. I mean, to me, it's just perfectly done. Like you kind of feel for the zombies in certain parts because of you know the way some of the assholes act in the movie, especially Bub. Like you feel for him as a character overall. But yeah, Day of the Dead to me, perfect. My favorite zombie film of all time. Yep. Larry, what's your number one?
All right, well, mine is what everybody should know. It is the 1978 classic, Dawn of the Dead. Fucking my favorite movie of all time in history. Fucking love it. I'm not going to tell y'all about it because fucking everybody fucking should know it. If you don't, then...
Should know about it.
Goddamn, just... I ain't going to say leave, but fuck. Leave.
I gotta get
But
out of here.
I want to say, hey, look at this. When I asked my buddy Brian Mink to make me a figure, I want a Dawn of the Dead figure. And I said, he said, what do you want? I said, I want George fucking Romero.
Hell yeah, that's badass. Awesome shit, Brian.
He's drinking coffee, smoking a fucking goddamn cigar.
That's dope.
That's my fucking shit right there. Last Chance Customs, baby. Go hit him up.
Hell
Eric, number one.
So my number one is goes originally by the title of Zombie Holocaust. I've always known it as Dr. Butcher, which was my pick. This movie is so much fun. You got a bunch of zombies on an island, a couple trying to survive, and a mad doctor that is taking people's body parts apart and trying to make a Frankenstein of his own. Holy fuck, dude. Dr. Butcher is awesome. This was my pick out of the votes, and it got not one vote.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, well, thank you for that one vote. But holy fuck, man. This movie is awesome, and if you hadn't seen it, you're missing out. And I want to say right now, on these vote things, I mean, it's cool. It's cool if you vote for something that you've seen, but you think you'd want to vote for something that you hadn't seen so you could give it a chance and hear about it. That's all I'm going to say. This movie's awesome.
I want to interject on that real quick, please. Dr. Butcher, MD, what he just talked about, I swear to God, is a fucking great movie. And I'll tell you what, I bought one. They're expensive on tape, and I bought one. It was broken, like the film on the tape stripped. So I had to repair it myself and do my first spool swap on a tape, and it works now. And I watched it. Movie's fucking awesome. It really is good. I definitely recommend it. It's definitely a good one, for sure. You guys
That's
have to
number
see that.
one.
All right.
Good.
So that is all of our top 5. All those I think were great. There was nothing that I was like, no, I don't think any of those movies I actually hated out of everything that I didn't like, out of everything that everybody picked out. So I think those were all good selections. If anybody's looking for a badass zombie film to check out, I would definitely check out all of those selections. Those were all really good picks. So before we go into our main review of the show, which is Night of the Comet, I believe, Eric, are you going to do the next giveaway for us?
Larry, you got it.
Larry, going to do the Circus of the Dead giveaway.
Okay, so we have Circus of the Dead. Mr. Bloody Bill, Billy Pond, has gifted us with fucking another fucking giveaway. And I'm going to say this. When we first started this 2 weeks ago, this was just a regular independent giveaway. But since this movie has been picked up by an actual fucking company, and it's about to get a real release on fucking in stores, so these DVDs are going to be really fucking hard to get. These were the actual before they got released, fucking big time company wise.
This can be considered like your indie promo DVD.
Exactly.
Yeah,
These
and
are straight promos.
they're signed by a bunch of them.
So, you're not only going to get
I want one.
Circus of the Dead DVD, but you're getting this fucking goddamn fucking slipcover that you can't see on here really, but it's autographed by 6 fucking members,
And
including
that's
Billy, including the main character. Fucking, it's gonna be a badass.
That is a badass rare variant, guys. You're not gonna be able to get that.
I don't even have this fucking goddamn one. I have one. I have a different one.
I want to get the fisted, but these guys got to win, man. I wanted this too. I understand.
So you're gonna get this, and so here we go. The way you win this, if you know Circus of the Dead or Billy Pond, the main character of Circus of the Dead is fucking goddamn Papa Corn. Who plays Papa Corn in the movie? What actor plays Papa Corn?
If you've watched Circus of the Dead, you definitely should know this. Or if you've got good IMDb/Google skills, you can figure this out.
Who's the fastest Googler?
Who's got the quickest fingers?
Quickest fingers in the West.
So yeah, that is a badass giveaway. Thanks to Billy for that.
Yeah, I actually really want that.
Take a quick piss before the review. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right. And a little fun fact for y'all: if somebody doesn't win this, we have 2 more to do, because Billy Pond sent us 4 of them. We gave one away. This is
definitely tune in for one of the next shows, because there will be a giveaway as well.
2 more giveaways coming for the same prize if you don't win this one. Of course, always different questions and different answers. So.
Ooh, we have a winner.
Yep.
Oh shit!
So
we have some new people that won prizes this.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
So I think right before we do the review, we'll say who the winner was.
That's right. Well, I can't be on that, so.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately for the review of the movie, well, maybe you can chime in. I know you haven't seen it in a while. For a review of the movie, like I said, Steven was supposed to be on the show. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it, so we got stuck with Darren. And Darren, unfortunately, hasn't seen the movie in a while. I think
it's been about 10 years since
actually all rewatched it today, if not numerous times this week. So yeah. We'll wait for Eric to come back, then we'll do a good beer chug, and then we'll get into the review. But before we start the review, we'll say who the winner of the Circus is.
But if y'all don't know, it'd be the only person that answered.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, fuck it. Reaper's Horror.
I ain't wearing champagne.
So Reaper's Horror, if you would like, send your mailing information over to F.U.C. Larry. And he will get that out to you.
And if Goblin Bob, if you're still on here too, you need to send me your address, and I'll get it out this week with the rest of the package.
You get the fisted shit. Somebody gets fisted shit, and the other one gets
the fisted and the shit. I'm gonna lick it too. I'm gonna put my dick on it, dude.
You might be surprised. That might actually be Darren's shit.
I'm gonna I'm gonna repaint it. I'm gonna put some corn on it. And I'm gonna make it crazy. Watch. I'll do it tonight because I'm painting right now. I'll throw some corn on here and glaze that shit.
All right, guys.
You guys are fucked now.
Let's go. Before we get into the review, let's do a beer chug. Bottoms up, guys.
A little rough.
Let's try
it.
Woo.
And like I said earlier, this was actually Steven's selection, his pick in the poll that won, and that is the what year did this movie come out?
Tell me, I'm not a fan of it, but I'm reviewing it.
1984, the year I was born. 1984 film, Night of the Comet. So Eric has decided to jump up for us and do the main review portion. So Eric, what are your thoughts on Night of the Comet?
All right, listen to me closely. I was not a fan of this movie originally coming onto it. I rewatched it again today, and it gave me some new gaining lights, and I was a little excited about it, that I was happy to watch this today. Please do me a favor, tell me the main chick's name.
Kelly Maroney or
No,
Catherine
Mary Stewart. She's the main chick.
What's her actress name?
Oh shit, I don't remember what her name is.
Catherine Mary Stewart. Oh no, you got Regina or Samantha?
Reg.
Yeah,
So, okay, so I'm gonna start off with this. Movie starts off, Reg, and it's just showing her playing a fucking Galactica fucking kind of game. And
arcade
she's
game.
getting like super crazy, like super intense on this motherfucking video game. She's got like the top 10 high scores. And then it cuts to outside, and you see all these people that are like, "Oh, the fucking comment! Oh, yeah, the comment is good. We love the comment," and all this stuff. And then you hear like a narrator talking about how the comment, last time it came like 57 million years ago, it killed all the fucking dinosaurs. And then that's what respawned was us after that. So it cuts to her playing, and then her fucking boss says, "Regina, get the fuck out there!" And he's like trying to sell all these like little fucking alien fucking dilly boppies headset things with comments on them. And so finally she gets off there. She's like, "Fine," and he wants her to go fucking do like a flashlight check in the theaters, and she's like, "But the milk balls hurt."
They're beating her with stuff.
It's stupid but funny.
Yeah.
So then she goes and does that check. And she goes up to this room where there's a projector, and her and this dude are up there, and he's like, "Come on, babe, I want you to stay up here with me tonight. I'll give you $15. And she's like, "I just want to let you know that you're not paying $15 to fuck me," basically is what she says. And he goes, I know you're worth a lot more than that. I was gonna fuck you regardless, but I'm paying you $15 to stay up here with me, is what he says in my terms.
Yep.
So
that's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
So he ends up staying up there. She ends up staying up there with him. They fuck or whatever, and all the shit happens outside. And then they mention that they're in between steel walls, because she says Superman can. What about Superman? He can see through steel walls. And he's like, "No, he can't." And she's like, "The only thing he can't see through is lead." So that's like a little thing telling you that, yeah, they were safe behind steel walls. But I also forgot to mention that when she was playing the video game, she noticed that somebody beat her and was in the 6th place. It was DMK. Remember that.
Yeah.
So we'll cruise on through the movie. So you're cruising on. She comes outside, and she's like, "What the fuck's going on?" You see all these people's clothes all over the ground. It looks like sand, like they just got disintegrated. And so she goes to her house, finds her sister there. She scares the fuck out of her. Then they go to a radio station, in which they find another dude that ends up showing up there, trying to hold them hostage, but then becomes their friend. And from then on out, I mean, that's just the beginning of the movie. You start seeing zombie people, and I guess they're zombie people, but in all reality, are they zombie people? Because it's like a space dust. So should this movie not have been called like Night of the Space Zombies or something? but anyways, back to the review. So she is fucking in this little place with her sister and this dude. It's like a radio station, looks like a strip club / radio station or something. And basically they end up becoming friends with this dude. And yeah, then it goes on from there. He leaves to go check on his mother. At that point, her and her sister go out. They do like a shopping thing because she's like, "Do you have your credit card or your Visa?" She's like, "No." She's like, "Well, you don't need it." So they go shopping or whatever. So I'm sure that's Steven's favorite part is like the girl shopping because he's a queer. But no offense to queers. I love queers. But
My God.
So they're shopping in this fucking shopping center, and over the loudspeakers comes on these dudes, and they're like, "Are you ladies ready to pay for this stuff?" And they're like, "Oh shit!" So they try to the sister goes try to grab her Uzi, but it's already gone. The main girl Reg goes and grabs her Uzi, and then they have to find their way out of here before these people kill them. The people in the mall end up capturing them, and one of them is he has been infected by the comet. He has the sunken in eyes, and he's all crazy. And what does he say? He says, "I'm not crazy. I just don't give a fuck." When he kills his fucking main dude, that was pretty awesome. So it shoots over to a scene of two girls on the pallet, and they are about to get shot through the head, one into the other, by this Night of the Comet dude that thinks he has risen up in this factory job or clothing job in the mall. And these two saviors come in and shoot them with machine gun Uzis. Little do they know the saviors are not saviors. They are there to get them and harvest their blood. But the woman that is with them is not so bad, because she sends off the sister, Reg, the main chick, leaves the sister there and gives the fake sister, the blondie, a fake shot to pretend like she's killing her. She just falls asleep, and then she kills her partner, and then she kills herself, leaving a note for the dude that was with him. What was his name? Frank?
Hector.
I'm getting deep into it. I'm sorry, but anyways, yeah, I just wanted to tell you the whole movie. So, anyways, the dude comes back and he sees one of those scientist lab chicks fucking chilling on the couch.
Would you shut the fuck up?
I heard that one.
She's about to kill herself. And then she tells
Shut up, dude.
We'll say his name is Frank, everything that's going on, and that the sister is not dead. And
Hector.
Hector, and that he needs to go save. He needs to take the sister and go save Reg. So then they actually head there, and then they go save Reg, and then we'll lead towards the end of the movie, which is them trying to cross a crosswalk after they've defeated all the bad guys. And Reg says, "We wait on the crosswalk, okay?" She's got these two little kids that they were trying to salvage blood from as well. And they're like, okay. So they wait on the crosswalk. And the sister tries to run across the street. She's like, "This is crazy. Nobody's alive." She tries to run across the street, and the car almost hits her. And then she goes and talks to the guy. She's like, "What the hell?" And the guy's like, "Well, geez, don't you wait for the crosswalks? What the fuck?" And so then he looks at her, and he's talking to her, and she's into him because she's trying to find a dude. Listen, she's trying to find a dude, and then she's talking to this guy, and she's like, "What's your name?" And he says like Demetrius Marcus Keener or something like that, which was DMK. So then you find out who the person was that beat her in 6th place at the beginning of the movie, which was like a silly thing, but I held on to that because I was like, okay, that's going to be important in the movie. Overall, this movie has its downfalls, some boring times, but it has a lot of fun 80s aspects. What do you guys think about it?
Well, I will go next and say that you no longer need to watch the film because Eric just told you.
He just gave you a play-by-play.
I just found my razor blade. I'm about to slit my wrist with.
No, thanks, Eric. Yeah, you no longer.
I thought it was good on my terms.
I will say, yeah, for me, I felt like this is more of a female-geared zombie film, just with the music. Soundtrack, by the way, totally 80s soundtrack. Girls just want to be girls when they're shopping around in the mall, or girls just want to have fun. when they're shopping around the mall. And to me, it just seemed like it was geared more toward a female audience than a male. But not to say I still enjoyed the film. The overall premise of the film, there was certain parts that still kind of caught me off guard. This was only my second time watching it. So the first time I always wondered like how they became zombies. Because you always see the people in the dust. Well, how did these other people become zombies? What happened? But then once my second time watching this, it made more sense that over time, if they were exposed to any at all, they became zombies. Which is the reason for the people doing the transfusion was they were trying to get blood from people that weren't exposed at all to try to take out any bad blood that they had, so that they could last longer because they were all on kind of borrowed time. But overall, I enjoyed the film. I didn't love it. It does have kind of its low part. The ending to me was pretty lackluster. I think it just kind of dropped off pretty quickly. I think they could have kind of built on it a little bit more. Once they get to like the base or whatever, where all these doctors and whatnot are, I just think it kind of ended kind of quickly. I think they could have cut out some of the middle lull sections that they had.
Right.
Especially some of that like mall scene. They could have cut that down a little bit more and added on to that part. But to me, it's still a fun film. I just think they could have made a lot more out of it. Larry, I'll let you go.
Yeah. So the way I've interpreted this movie over fucking all these years is, if you were inside the steel or metal, you fucking were alive. If you were outside, you turned to dust. If you were kind of covered, like inside of a house, you turned to a zombie because the comet didn't see you, but you weren't around steel, so you turn or metal, so you turned to a zombie.
Yeah, you slowly turned into a zombie. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but then there's some of them like the zombie right off the bat. He was a zombie to start off with, the little homeless dude in the alley. But there is parts that are kind of weird. So like when Reg goes home to find Samantha, she walks in the house, she finds her. Oh, one little fucking goddamn little fuck up you can see. When she walks in the house, there's fucking milk and cereal laying on the counter when she walks in to find Samantha. When she finds Samantha and comes back out, Samantha then gets the milk and cereal and shit out of the cabinet in the fridge and pours it for herself. But it was already laying on the counter when she walked in.
So they filmed that later than...
Exactly. But then the dog was inside the house in dust. But it shouldn't have happened inside the house because the dog should have been a dog zombie. Also, in the beginning of the fucking goddamn party outside, there was literally 100 fucking people out there. And when they go out there, there's like fucking 20 pairs of fucking clothes.
Oh, let's not forget about the stepmom, who's an absolute fucking cunt.
Yeah.
She's just an absolute like shitty bitch, because their dad, which is why they know how to use like Uzis and guns, because their dad's like he was like special forces or something. He's off on like a mission, whatnot. So he's taught them how to use weapons. So of course, and where they even found the fucking Uzis and all that bullshit is fucking beyond me anyway. But like,
Dad
he showed them how to use
bought us Uzis, Paul.
Yeah, but their stepmom is an absolute cunt. Like, she's fucking around on him. Like, she makes the joke about, she fucking looks over and sees her with the fucking neighbor's hand down her fucking pants, and whatnot. And she's an absolute just bitch. So I mean, you're kind of glad to see her die, but.
All right, well, let me give you a couple more fuck ups in the movie. So, I mean, I love the fucking movie, so I'll get to that later. But I'm gonna give you a couple fuck ups. So there's one point where fucking everybody in the world is dead. And everybody died while they were just, partying, driving down the road, whatever. But unlike like Walking Dead or any other zombie fucking film, when she's driving the motorcycle, the highways are completely empty. So you mean there wasn't one person driving a car down the middle of the road when they fucking turned to the sand? There's not one car in the fucking road.
That one car, remember that she
not
pulled
one car in the fucking road.
One car, that's it.
Like nobody was driving at that time.
Yeah.
But also, the scene where they go after they save the people, save her or save the girls at the fucking goddamn mall. They're flying off in the helicopter, going back to their fucking town.
Yeah.
There's people. There's window washers on the fucking building washing windows in the background.
Oh shit!
I didn't even notice that.
Would you say when they're taking Reg from the sister?
Yeah.
There's always a lot of continuity.
There's window washers washing windows on the fucking building.
Because they didn't care. They just were throwing them together.
Yeah.
Whatever they could get.
I mean, that's all movies, especially shitty low-budget movies. I'll tell you, this movie was made for $14,000. I mean, my bad. I'm sorry. $700,000. $700,000.
What?
And it grossed $14.5 million.
I'm
So
telling
it
you.
made a
It made its money
shitload of
back.
money.
I'm telling you. To me, this film, like, it was for me. It was made more for like a female audience.
Mhm.
Like with the two main female characters. To me, that's and to speak the director. What's his name? Tom Eberhardt. Which this was the only. If you look at his filmography, this is the only horror movie he did, except for he did Soul Survivor in 1984 as well. Other than that, he didn't do anything else except he wrote the screenplay for Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, which I thought.
Oh, that's a fucking awesome.
Hey, he directed Captain Ron.
What?
Yeah, Captain Ron, like
Oh,
nothing.
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, nothing to do with horror.
Yeah.
Like once
No.
he finished out in 1984, he never did another horror.
And that was his
I know,
first
but that
movie.
makes-
Yeah.
He got a horror film, then he got a budget. He did Captain
went to
Ron.
shoot.
Ron was his first movie.
No. This was his first movie. Now the Comet was his first movie.
Yeah, Night of
And
the
he
Comet
did
and
Captain
Soul
Ron
Survivor
later.
He both did in 1984. So
Grog looks kind of like Captain Ron right now.
Hey, and like Kelly Maroney. I mean, I love Kelly Maroney. In fact, talking about Last Chance Customs, I got a Night of the Comet fucking Kelly Maroney Last Chance Customs. Can't really see it, but
awesome stuff.
it's fucking goddamn Last Chance Customs.
I honestly think Catherine Mary Stewart I think she looks good.
She is good. Hey, but if you Catherine Mary Stewart, fucking Night Flyers,
Minus a slut. Minus she is a slut in this film. Like
yeah, fuck Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah.
She was the main girl in Weekend at Bernie's.
I mean, fucking that one dude, and then she's willing to fuck. When you actually think about it, I don't even think she ever even really like took a shower. She just went home, picked up her sister, headed to the radio station after fucking that dude in the movie theater all night, and then she was talking about fucking old homeboy in the fucking radio.
Hector.
Yeah, fucking old Hector.
Yep.
Yeah, she was a harlot, dude. She was a harlot for sure.
Yeah, she was.
I didn't remember how much of a slut she was because when I was younger, I watched it. And then today I watched it, I was like, wow, this girl's a harlot, dude.
Yeah, and then I love which another thing that I think you'll like, Eric, that I don't know if you really know, is when he's bootlegging the film to go give to the guy he's making a rip of that I forgot something of it was some kind of like of invasion of the something outer space. The film, and he made the guy $110 to make a rip of it, and he was supposed to bring the film back, and then he got pissed off, so he went out to go get the film, and then she's all like, "Oh, where's my $15?"
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna go get it, you know. And then of course he gets killed by the zombie as soon as he walks out of the movie theater.
But hey, talking about what Eric said earlier, another fuck up in the movie. So when that fucking when she defeated that when she was playing the fucking game, the arcade. And she beat his fucking guy, she beat that, was it DMK or whatever?
DMK.
You know, so he was number 6.
Yeah, so you would have had to knock him all the way down.
When she defeated his score, instead of him dropping to number 7, he dropped out completely.
Yeah.
He should have dropped to number 7 in the video game, but instead it deleted him out of the video game.
Yeah.
Another fuck up.
Yeah, there's definitely.
I didn't see that. I thought he just dropped down.
I mean, she's a cool character, though. I mean, like
we're jumping up on likes.
Hey,
if we get to 40 likes, we'll stand for another 10 minutes.
Let me tell you another fuck up right fast. Another
another 5.
When Hector's driving the fucking car, it shows fucking him playing the fucking radio, messing with the radio dial, and the radio station says you're listening to 450 FM, but the radio dial is only an AM radio dial.
It's different everywhere in the world, bro.
1984. I mean,
yeah.
Larry's getting down on his facts here, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, he noticed a lot more. I mean, I noticed a couple of the things that he was talking about, but he definitely noticed a lot more of the fuck ups than I did.
But I love the fucking movie. Yeah. Y'all go ahead and y'all got fucking got any ratings on it while I go pee out the side door again?
Larry, I'm gonna go last on rating.
Yeah. So Darren, I know you don't. But from the last time that you saw it, what would you kind of rate that film at?
Last time I saw this movie was probably 2002, 2003.
Why would you not rewatch it for the pod, bro?
Because I'll be honest with you guys, I was on the last 2 episodes and I thought I was gonna have off tonight and just fucking kick back like you motherfuckers and drink, but we had to adjust, and I came on and I did not watch the film, so I feel like a piece of shit. But it's probably been 20 years since I've seen it. All I remember is it was like a dystopia, and then people were living in like a mall, and it was a lot of females. They were running wild, like bullshit like that. That's all I remember.
This reminds me of when we used to review movies on our last show.
Just give some bullshit fucking.
That's all I remember.
All right, let me review it. Oh, go ahead, Paul. Go ahead.
For me, I'll go next. For me, I would probably score this movie like somewhere in the 6 range, but the soundtrack I love. Totally 80s soundtrack from beginning to end. That part's great. But yeah, the ending to me is a little lackluster. Steven, I hope we did you proud on the overall review of this. I know this was your film. But for me, I'd score this like a 6.75 would probably be my overall score of this film.
Hey, okay, so let me go. I totally fucking agree with you. I was going to rate it 6.5, but I'm rating it 6.5 for zombie movies. Even though Eric says it's not a zombie movie, but it's totally full of fucking zombies. But fucking, it's just not a true zombie movie, but it's got zombies all
it has
fucking
zombies in it, so it's a zombie film.
That's not a zombie movie.
There are zombies, though. They're zombies.
Aliens. They're aliens. If it came from outer space, they're aliens, right?
The synopsis of the movie on IMDb literally says
that is what somebody
turned to dust.
We already talked about this. They are zombies. They transform into zombies.
Who cares? This movie sucks.
Okay, so this fucking zombie movie.
Finish him.
It doesn't matter. I haven't watched it in 20 years.
This movie sucks, but I didn't watch it. Okay, this zombie movie, fucking goddamn, to me is exactly a 6.5, but it's a high 6.5 for me. Because I fucking literally love this movie, and I made it, like, I went to Cult Classic 2 years ago only to meet Kelly Maroney just for fucking this movie, not for fucking goddamn fucking Killbots or whatever the fuck everybody wants to call it now. Fuck
Chopping Mall.
Chopping Mall. It's Killbots to me.
Yeah.
I fucking went there to meet her for that, and she's an amazing fucking person. Literally, she's the only fucking person, actress I've ever met in person that says, we take pictures, and she's like, let me look at your pictures, see what I look like. And I have to stand there fucking doing modeling poses for fucking 30 fucking minutes before I get a picture she likes. She's like, yeah, okay, now you're good. Now you can go.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because she wants to look good with you.
Linda Blair does that, too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you weren't going to leave her booth until she liked the picture.
It's okay. That's how girls are.
I would do it too.
What did Darren rate it? I didn't hear what Darren
He didn't rate it because he don't know it.
I watched it 20 years ago, and I'm going to say...
I've honestly never seen it, let's be honest.
5.0.
5.0. It's a Mustang.
So that's a 5.
Yeah.
Why would you say 0.0?
Yeah.
I don't remember anything.
Everybody in the chat, throw what your score for if you've seen this film, what your score would be. Eric, what do you... Let you round it up.
I'm going last.
Since you did the 30-minute fucking...
You're last. Paul rated.
What did Paul rate it?
I rated it at 6.75.
6.75, and Larry was
6.5. 6.5.
So you want to hear something really funny, man? Is if I'm not counting it as a zombie movie, I give it a 7. If I count it as a zombie movie, it's a 6. It's still a good
6.5.
So 6.5.
It's still a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. Just something about a comet coming down and turning these people into... I feel like it's turning them into aliens.
But it makes sense.
So when you watched it, Eric, did you watch it? Was Britt watching with you, or did you just watch it by yourself?
I watched it by myself this morning.
So I would be curious from a female aspect, because I think females would have a higher score on this film than males would. Because like I said, I think this is more
Well, think about Darren, dude. If Darren would have rewatched it and gotten his feminine zone, he would have really loved it.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he doesn't love it. As feminine as he is.
I love the movie. I mean, I love the movie, but I'm still going to say
I do. Like I said, the ending is the only part that's kind of really lackluster for me. Like if it had a really solid ending, this could be like an 8 to me.
The 80s aspect of it
is great.
Fucking put it a lot higher for me.
Yeah, and like I said, the soundtrack I think is underrated. Like not a lot of people, I mean, it's just a great 80s soundtrack.
Can any of y'all tell me? Can any of y'all tell me that there's a movie that you would even rate yourself like a fucking 3 or 4, but you fucking love the fucking movie, even though you know it sucks ass?
Well, no, because I usually rate films on my enjoyment aspect.
Well, see, like I said, I don't.
That's kind of harder.
There's movies that suck fucking ass, but I rated it.
I
would
rate.
I still love that motherfucker.
Like Troll 2 as a 3, but for me it's like a 7.
Exactly.
Enjoyment aspect. But as far as a movie being made, it's probably like a fucking 3. It's shit.
Okay, Troll 3, Contamination, everything, all that shit, whatever you want to call it, crawlers. That movie sucks balls, but I fucking love that fucking movie.
Yeah, a lot of that work are probably shitty made. But we really enjoy it.
Crawlers.
Yes. Whatever the fuck you want to call it, but like that, 10 names.
It's Troll 3. It is Troll 3.
Yeah.
I dig it. But it is not legitimately Troll 3 because Bruno Mattei made Troll 2, and it's not even legitimately Troll 2.
No, exactly.
It's a ripoff. But they're beautiful. When I was younger, of course, when I was younger, I loved Troll 1 so much. It's like the fucking Empire stuff, anything Charles Band, Full Moon had to do with. I wasn't on with the Empire stuff because I was too young. I hit it with the Full Moon stuff. So then I found his older Empire stuff, went back to Troll, original Ghoulies, stuff like that, Ghoulies 2. And man, those are all so amazing. And then you got Bruno Mattei ripping some of these things off. He even, for Grog's sake, you got Grog. What do you got? You got Grog. You got Jaws 1, 2, 3, and then Jaws Revenge. Bruno Mattei did Jaws 5.
He did Cruel Jaws.
Yeah. Fake Jaws.
They're not even great white sharks in the movie. They're
he did Robo War.
Or tiger sharks.
No, I agree. So yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of those films, like you just said, Larry, and that were fans, especially me, you, and Eric, Ghoulies 2, a lot of those, Troll, Dolls, Leprechaun films that people would probably say are, 5, 4s, but to us are like 8s, 9s, because they're stuff we grew up with and films that we just absolutely love.
Leprechaun 1 is a fucking solid 9 to me, dude.
Yeah,
it is
1 and 2. 1 and 2 were both fucking great films to me.
Dolls is a fucking 10 to me.
Yeah, Dolls.
Dolls is dope, dude. What about the fucking grizzly in the beginning?
Yeah.
Dolls is a solid 10 no matter what.
Yeah, no, I love Dolls.
I love it.
We're two likes away from 40.
All right, well, we're about to wrap things up, so let's go ahead.
So if we get it in the next 2 minutes, that'd be amazing, but we're closing out.
2 more likes. Come on, guys.
2 likes.
Make
us do one big
chug
to wrap things
Let's
up.
do one laster.
We want to thank all 30 of you guys that are in the chat right now watching us. That's awesome. We thank all you supporters. Thanks to who are the winners for this? Who are the 2 winners again?
So the winner of the Fisted and the Poop is Goblin Mob. Goblin Mob, please get a hold of me, Darren Van Dam Mitchell, or any of these other guys on YouTube or anything. Let us know how we can contact you.
Goblin Mob is dope. They make really cool Sofubi horror toys and paint them up really rad Japanese.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah.
All right, and who won the Circus of the Dead?
That was.
I feel like I remember.
Reaper's Horror.
Reaper's Horror. Okay. Awesome.
Reaper's Horror.
So guys, make sure that you reach out to either Darren or Larry to get your prize there, and we will
Darren,
those
next
out.
door neighbor won.
And we thank you guys. Like I said, all 31 of you guys.
We
tuning
did
in. Oh,
get we hit
40
our
likes.
40 likes, so we got our.
Chug, guys.
Oh
chug.
shit! We got
Chug.
a chug.
Oh fuck.
One last chug.
Here we
Fuck
go.
me.
Here we
Love
go.
y'all. Thank y'all for watching.
Happy 4th of July to everyone. America Marty sends his love. God bless America.
We love you.
See you guys next time. Peace.
Bro, roll that shit.
Take care, horror fans. And keep being horrorholics.
Roll them credits.
I'll lick all your buttholes. La, 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 la.